Hey everybody, how are you? It's Peter again for MLB Trade Rumors and Discussions. Today we have no MLB rumors like usual, but we have a huge NFL thing to talk about. And if you guys have been following me, and those of you who do, you can't imagine how much I appreciate it. I really do. I understand just starting out, I really don't have a big setup and a microphone and anything like that. But I will get stuff like that to do for you guys. But I just wanted to see how these videos worked out first, and it's getting better, which I really appreciate. But the one thing I can tell you is I love sports. I've been watching it since I was probably 3, 4 years old. I know it like the back of my hand. And those of you who know, I've been making videos about Arizona Cardinals and Ceedee Lamb constantly. And some people are loving it, and some people are like, dude, shut the hell up. You don't know what you're talking about. The Cardinals need an offensive lineman to buy, all this stuff, right? The expert fans. So let me explain something to you guys. If you look at my video, whether it's like 4 days ago or whatever it was, I said the Arizona Cardinals need to trade Christian Kirk for whether it's a second rounder or whatever you can get for him, right? It has to be a good return. You definitely get a pick back for sure. Get that pick that you lost, and then you draft Ceedee Lamb in the first round. People who told me, what are you, insane? All this stuff. A lot of people were saying that. Guess what? There is a big rumor now that Arizona is having Christian Kirk on the trading block. What does that tell you? Why would Christian Kirk be on the trading block? If he does get traded, does that really now confirm for you guys that maybe the Cardinals are going to get Ceedee Lamb? Here's the reason why I'm telling you that. The Arizona Cardinals are not stupid. Can they draft an offensive lineman? Can something change in the next 4 days? Absolutely. Can they get a defensive player? Absolutely. Okay? I'm with you. It's very possible they do that. Something doesn't fall through, and they're just like, you know what? Lamb's not going to work out, and it makes more sense for this, and it happens. But rest assured, Steve Keim knows what he's doing right now. He knows Kyler Murray wants Ceedee Lamb. He knows Ceedee Lamb is like DeAndre Hopkins. He knows Ceedee Lamb with that offense will thrive. He also knows there's a lot of question marks coming into our receiving core. And here's the question marks. Kirk's health, Larry's age, the rest of the rookies stepping up. Because if you looked at the rookies last year, Isabella didn't do much besides that one huge catch. Okay? Besides that, Keyshawn Johnson did very well. But then Butler was hurt the whole year. So everybody who's saying, oh, what are you talking about? We have that in the offensive line. They're not digging deeper. They're just assuming right away. Right? The Cardinals are just one injury away from being shit. Here we go again. So, and plus, they're in the toughest division, right? So this is what they're doing. They're looking right at Ceedee Lamb, and they're saying, wow, if we get this amazing receiver, we take him away from our rivals. Not only that was not even the main option, but we put this guy in an offense he's gonna thrive in, right? He's not gonna be one of the main receivers. He's probably gonna be the number 2, number 3, whatever it is. He's not gonna be the top one, right? He's just gonna be able to settle in and learn from DeAndre Hopkins and learn from the best in Larry Fitzgerald. He's going to be able to sit there and watch, and he's going to feel comfortable playing with a guy like Kyler Murray because he knows it. So just imagine fitting in like that. There's not going to be that rookie nerves the same way. He's going to feel great. So let's talk about this Christian Kirk thing, right? Let's talk about what this rumor is. Christian Kirk now is rumored now that the Dallas Cowboys are interested in him. By all means, take him, give me a second round pick and whatever you want to give me. Have a nice day. It's nice doing business with you. I'll take Ceedee Lamb. I will take an offensive lineman coming in the second round or third round, and I'll either get a defender coming up in the second round. Our tight end situation to me is fine because I like Arnold. There's actually an interesting article on Arnold. He's going to really do well in that offense. Him and Max Williams. I like that. I don't think you need. Actually, I love the touchdown Arnold got at the end. Max Williams can play. I don't think you need to worry about tight ends drafting to the late time. I think the main thing you need to do is get Ceedee Lamb, and then get either a really good defender in the second round or offensive lineman in the second round, defender in the third, and get a running back in the third, whatever you want to do, right? But I like that. Arizona wants a running back. They want, just in case they can't work it out with Drake, or they just want to get some kind of security because you don't know how Edmonds is going to do, right? It's with being a backup. So I get what they're doing. However, don't get me wrong here. I think Christian Kirk can be a really good ball player. Do you remember Floyd on the Cardinals? Do you remember how this guy had all the potential in the world and he looked great sometimes, and then he just couldn't figure it out. I get the same vibes from Kirk. I get these like he's really good, but just I don't know if it's gonna be like what we're looking for, right? I don't know if I see that. Let me tell you, Kyler throws to him a lot. Kyler likes him, but just imagine Kyler and Ceedee. I can't keep saying that. So anyway, let's get more into the Christian Kirk situation. If the Arizona Cardinals keep Christian Kirk, right, there's a lot of options the way they can go. The first option is Ceedee Lamb, if they still want to keep him. And say they don't get Ceedee Lamb, there are a bunch of linemen that they can work out with Wills and Wirfs I know they like, right? You got Thomas on you got Becton, you got all these big monsters for the offensive line. You got about 4 guys that they definitely can look at as an offensive line. Or you can do another thing. You can go for the defense, right? You can say, shit, our defense, if we could play better defense, our offense is just going to get better with DeAndre, and we're going to be really good. And that is a real true answer. Our defense needs to get a lot better. I'm not a big Vance Joseph fan, so I think towards the end they played better. I also think people didn't pay attention that Arizona went 3 and out a lot, and they messed up on a lot of offensive plays, and eventually their defense kind of got screwed. So I can easily see their defense getting a lot better. I love the move for Phil. I really do. I think he's a hungry guy, brings a tough attitude to it. You can't blame Ceedee. He signed Suggs. He tried to get that veteran presence on the line and somebody who can attack, and he didn't work. It's not his fault. Who's seen that coming? I didn't. I thought Suggs was going to be a monster there. So the point I'm trying to say is Arizona has a lot of options. They can even keep Kirk, trade to the Broncos, like, and maybe get the 15th pick, right? Get another offensive or a defender later, and then and that's just going to happen. It's very possible. It's very possible, right? Wirfs, I think, has the most promise because he's so big and strong in one-on-ones. But if you look on film, you see a lot of holes with this guy, and there's a lot of if he does this and that, he's going to be the best. I can't tell you how many times there's ifs in these prospects, right? And these ifs wind up turning into, well, remember, if Josh Rosen can just cut down on the picks, if. Now let's look at him. There's a lot of ifs, right? There's a lot of ifs in any sport. For me at this point, I think the Cardinals are doing the right thing, right? I think, again, I said the other day that I think Steve tipped his hand when whether he was joking about Kyler Murray, that somebody wrote on my video that, oh, he was joking. No shit, right? No, I know that. That was the point. That he was saying, yeah, I don't care. But that was his way of tipping his hand. That saying sarcastically that of course he has pull in this thing. That was his CD. That was his thing, saying, absolutely, I'm going to listen to my star quarterback, right? And I think they see what I've been saying the whole time. Can we trust Christian Kirk? Can you trust him? To me, the answer is no. Because if that guy gets hurt again, we are screwed. Then we're asking for a rookie to step up, and we're asking Larry to once again be amazing. Because I get DeAndre, but you're asking Larry again to be this guy, and he just can't keep doing it, right? He's going to stop. This guy's not going to live till he's play till he's 60. This guy has to retire soon. What Larry's role needs to be is let DeAndre kill, let the rookies play amazing like in Lamb, and let him just get the clutch first downs, let him get the touchdowns in the red zone, and not have to worry about the pressure anymore. That's when Larry's just going to have a fantastic year, right? You can't expect this guy to keep being a number 1 and number 2. He's not. He still plays like it, but it's not fair to continue to put that pressure on this guy. And I know if Larry was here right now, he'd be like, shut the hell up, man. I want the pressure. And that's what makes him the best, right? But in reality, let the guy take a freaking little break here and let somebody else do it so he can teach. How many times did he teach? How many times did he challenge and call these guys? I remember he called Floyd out, like, I'm challenging you. He wants somebody to step up. And that's the reason why I think Kirk is on the trading block. I think they know. I think it's not smart to get Ceedee and to keep Kirk. I think that's too many, right? I think if you get Ceedee, then you have Larry, and then you can have Keyshawn, because I think Keyshawn proved himself. And then you have Isabella, who I believe they're trying to work more in the offense. So anyway, where do you think Kirk should go? If the Cowboys, I understand that. Somebody said, well, we used to have Cole Beasley. Why would you? No, Kirk's a bigger guy. He's strong. He can play. right? I look at Cobb last time. I didn't really work out with Cobb that well, even though he did good. Christian Kirk is a guy who has a lot of potential, and that word scares the hell out of me. It really does. Because when I see somebody last year in an Arizona offense who had 3 touchdowns in one game and couldn't figure out how to get something later on, I get nervous. I really do, because Arizona has a really great offense. They have a lot of flying guys, a lot of movement, and there's no way in hell that he shouldn't have had a couple more touchdowns. That's just my opinion. And I think right now you can get a pick. You can get an extra pick by trading Kirk. You're trading off. You're getting a better receiver, a guy who's a beast in Lamb, and you're getting another pick, right? You're getting another pick to get more talent. When I mentioned that last time, somebody was writing to me, "Oh, you don't know what the hell you're talking." No, I know exactly what I'm talking about. Why do you think he's rumored? Why do you think this is happening? You understand? Of course this is happening. Because nobody's an idiot here. The Cardinals are not idiots. The only idiots are the people who are saying not to get Ceedee Lamb. Those are the idiots. Because they're not seeing prospect. They're just seeing Kyler Murray get sacked. They're not seeing talent. They're not seeing an amazing player. Somebody told me, because they played in one of the worst defense. Let me tell you something. Anybody who breaks tackles like that, those are grown-ass men, okay, deserves a lot of credit. And with that offense in Arizona, of course, he's going to be so open. Oh, my God. So I think that's what's going to happen soon. Now, whether it's the Cowboys or another team, I think Christian Kirk may be getting traded. And for me, and that'll kind of solidify to everybody that we're getting Ceedee Lamb. All right? Now, the last thing I'm going to say is if we don't get Ceedee Lamb, again, I am not upset. I'm not going to be mad. I will understand. But the fact that Ceedee Lamb right now and Kirk is about to get traded, or at least being in rumors, tells you that they are considering Ceedee Lamb. Right? That's what that tells you. You would never, ever trade pretty much your second receiver at this point, right? For a pick if you're not going to get a beast receiver. You wouldn't trade him because you're going to go later on in the rounds and get a receiver that has potential. You already have that in Isabella and Butler and Johnson. You would get somebody that Kyra's saying is a freaking beast. I'm telling you, this guy's amazing. Get him. You will get somebody who spoke about the Cardinals and said, let me tell you something. I'm dying to go to this team tomorrow. He said all the right things. Listen, that is your interview right there. That is when your star quarterback is telling you, you get this guy. That's making your quarterback happy. And it's like a happy life, happy wife, right? Happy wife, happy life. It's true, right? If you have a happy quarterback and you have him loving, look to DeAndre, look to Larry, look to the Lamb, toss it to Drake, I'll be a happy quarterback too. So yeah, maybe the line won't get that much better, but at least he has quick drop-offs, quick plays before the line if they do mess up. You know? So with that speed, you just gotta try to close your eyes a second and picture it. Picture Drake in the backfield. Picture DeAndre, Ceedee, and Larry, right? And then maybe Isabella if they have a full receiver set. Just think about it. Just think about what that would be. Oh my God. I'm telling you, man, that is a scary freaking team. And then if Butler comes back, right, and if Keyshawn Johnson, if he gets better the way I think he is because he caught some really good catches, Arizona easily makes the playoffs. And they're going to challenge the 49ers. And again, get Ceedee away from the 49ers. Talk to you soon. Bye.